girl Angie, and as promised, I am back. Okay, and from the looks of those DM, a few of y'all told me that y'all were going to tune in, especially for this topic. So I need y'all to go on ahead and get the kids up out of the room. Y'all already know what type of time I'm on. I got my red cup, and tonight, girls, I got to do a story time. Okay, so today's topic is going to be about, girl, he asked me to do anal. Okay, so I'm gonna take a sip of this cup, and I need y'all to go on ahead and get those kids out the room. I'm a little warm doing this subject, girl, but I'm gonna tell y'all a story time about how I met the MVP of the Booty Bandit Club. Okay, so y'all go on ahead and take those kids up out of the room, and y'all come on back. Ooh, y'all, I'm a little warm, child. I'm a little nervous about this topic. Okay. So, y'all, let me tell y'all a story. So, I met this guy. I won't say where I met him, but my goodness, this thing was tall, dark, and handsome, well accomplished, smart, good looking. One of the most beautiful things I had seen walking. Okay, it like well put together package. Okay, and it's very rare that I am impressed, I would say, by a man, because usually, you know, everyone is different. So usually when you see someone who's pretty good looking, I'm sorry to say, and y'all can hate me for it, but usually the better looking, the less personality that they have. Okay, but this one was not that. He was everything but that. Okay, so I knew, because I'm me, okay, girls, and I know that there's no such thing as anything, you know, perfect. And so I knew that there was something that was going to be wrong. So I told my friend, and I talked to her about it, and I'm like, yeah, I know something's going to be wrong, but you know, she's always that person that thinks I'm too pessimistic. But I know men, if I don't know anything else. And y'all don't mind my notebook. This is my notes, so y'all know I always come prepared, but this is going to be for the questions that I'm going to ask. But bear with me. So I knew that there was something that was going to be wrong with this guy, right? So we went out, we had a good little time. He was sweet, he was chivalrous, he was kind, great conversation. We laughed, we joked, and I'm just waiting on the BS, right? Because the first red flag, when I met him, and after us talking for a little bit, he kind of uncovered the fact that, like I asked him what went wrong in his last relationship, and so he said that he had stepped out in the relationship because they couldn't like align intimately, and that was the way he worded it, right? So I'm like, okay, so basically you cheated. And so what he said was, well, what I liked pretty much made her cry. And so I said, oh, okay. So I braced myself, right? And so what he told me was, I'm a man that enjoys anal and she does not. So, you know, naturally my little spidey senses went off, because one, ladies, y'all know how we are. The first question we want to know is he gay? Okay, because, you know, and not every man who's interested in anal is gay. Some women even really love and enjoy anal, and the man may not, and they just, you know, do this in order to entertain their woman. Okay, but that was like my first little alert, I'll say. And so you know, I was like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, when he's saying like he enjoys anal, like, you know, he's a guy who likes to take it there sometimes. So I'm like, you know, that's not really my thing or whatever. You know, I kind of got away from the subject or whatnot, because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I got to do some weeding out before we can even make it to that part of the process, right? So like I said, we went out, had a good time. We talked for a bit, great conversation. The vibe was vibing, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, child, like I'm trying to stay calm. Because like I said, I don't get excited about men, honey. Not at this grown age. I'm sorry, I just don't. Okay, you see one, you see all. But baby, when I got home, he started to ask for things that were a little bit odd to me. And it became very clear to me that he was not just interested in anal. He had anal fetish. Okay, so now we're going to go on ahead and start this topic somewhere in there, because what you first need to find out, ladies, is do your man like anal, or does he have an anal fetish? Okay, the reason why they're different is because a man who likes anal will just like anal, and that's it and that's all. And he may take it there sometimes, but that's not something that they necessarily need. This dude, okay, this little brother was a little different, okay. He wanted to know everything to what it looked like, what the color was. And y'all know me, okay? I ask questions. I am a very, in-depth type person. Sorry for the Virgoing, honey, because I gotta know. So I asked him, well, what does the color of the anus say about the woman? He said it tells me the color of your nipples. I was just, y'all, it took me out. It sent me. Baby, listen, there ain't too many things that can shake me, especially after working in an adult store. Okay, but that shook me. And then he took it a step further and said, like, he likes to know how they smell. I know my girls started laughing at me because baby, I had to call them up and talk to them about this, because I was like, oh, yeah, turned off, turned down. Absolutely not. It just, I can't ignore this, okay? I don't care what he got going, baby. And I'm just like, how could a man that damn fine be that damn weird? And it wasn't about, okay, let me not say words like weird, because I don't think people who have fetishes are necessarily weird. I feel like they're different. Let me say that, because I don't like to make people feel like a complete outcast just because they're into something that I'm not into. But for me, it was so weird because he was so obsessive when he spoke on the topic and so passionate about it.
I love it. I mean, I'm so passionate about it, and it's what I do.
Your passion
all the time.
And I was just like, oh baby, no. but y'all, I'm stupid. So what I do, y'all know what I did. I asked more questions, right? Because I had to ask now, because now we out here. Okay, so now I'm curious. So now I need to know, okay, so who do they smell like? Right? Because y'all know I'm very inquisitive. I gotta ask questions. It is a must that I ask questions, because we here now, okay? We done gone all of them through there, so I gotta know. So I asked him, well, what do they smell like? He said, well, some are different, right? Some smell like skin. They almost have no smell. And then some of them have like a bit of an odor, but it doesn't stink. And he said, and due to the fact that I like what I like, yes, I have had to back up because some were not quite fresh. The end, children. That is where story times end. And that's where he and I ended. Okay, let's just say me and this guy, we never crossed any lines, because I knew that, like I tell you ladies, like at this grown age, I know how to weed out a man by the conversations that we have. So before I catch a body, I'm going to ask the questions, because I'm grown. I'm not afraid of anything, because I'm not here to waste your time or mine. I'm not going to come up off of what's comfortable for me in order to suit what works for you. So I need you all to take that and run with it, okay, girls? So yeah, y'all share this around. That is my story time, baby. Because like I said, the booty bandit wanted, like, he was into it, and I'm gonna just leave it right there. For my girls who remember this story, y'all remember that? Y'all, I was so hurt, y'all. He was so fine. God damn. Oh, he was fine. Y'all, he was fine, okay? That thing, everything was where it was supposed to be except for that. And I couldn't do it, honey. So no regrets for me. Auntie just moved on gracefully, okay? So now let's get off into the topic. First, I'm always gonna tell my young ladies, if this is not something that you are into, tell a man no and move around, okay? If he can't respect your wishes, you first need to find out just how far into anal is he, especially if it's not something that you're interested in doing. Because like this young man said to me, he said that with his ex, when she knew that this is something that he was into, and they had been dating for a while, and they had been together and they had been intimate for a couple of years. And he said that the first time he tried it on her, she began to cry. And I think that's why he chose to step outside of the relationship, because at the end of the day, what y'all need to understand is, I don't care if you think you have the best wop on this earth, honey. You do not. Nothing will keep a person that you're incompatible with. And even when you all are compatible, if you're not compatible in all ways, sometimes people will stray. So don't even waste your time trying to hold on to something that's not yours or that does not want to be kept, okay? All you're going to do is feel bad about it at the end. So just don't do it, okay? All right. Another thing, y'all know I'm a mom and I'm an auntie first, so I'm always going to tell you all to know the sexual health of your partner, the status, how many people are they with, and use protection. Okay, let's get this going ahead and get this party started. Okay, now with anal there come a few different things, right? Now you have anal prep that girls need to know about, and I'm going to briefly touch on these topics because I don't want to run out of time, okay? One, on the health side, are you a candidate for anal? Okay, for some females, everyone has hemorrhoids, from what I understand. They're usually internal. Some things, and like some people have irritable bowel syndrome, to name a couple of things. When you have health issues and health risks, I would say don't even bother doing anal. I would say it's not worth it to irritate your health just for the sake of this. I mean, you go at your own risk. I just wouldn't recommend it. And that's something that we used to have to tell customers, and you would also see those disclaimers on the back of their toys, right? So that's one of the things that you need to think about. Do you want anal? Now, some of my guys are not the only ones who want anal, ladies. Some of you all love it, okay? Whether it's with toys or whether it's by the way of a man, whether it's some people want you to insert a finger or something as small as that. You first need to ask yourself, is this something that you want? Okay. And then if your man has asked you to do this, the next question that you need to ask yourself is, am I willing to do this in order to entertain him? Right? Because sometimes we're going to do things for our partners that may not necessarily be our thing, but you'll do it for him. And if you feel comfortable with crossing that line, cool. If not, don't. Okay? But you need to have a realistic conversation and don't lie to yourself when he tells you the answer. Okay? Next is that's the question that I already told you all to begin with. Does he just want anal, or does he have an anal fetish? Talk to your man. Okay, find out what he likes. If he sends you a bunch of videos on anal and it's a lot, he may have a fetish, and you just need to keep an eye out on things. Yeah. Okay, let's go on ahead and keep it moving. One thing that I need to tell you all about prepping for anal, and no, tonight we're not going to do homework because I'm not going to assign anyone to go and do anything anal, just because it's not the most popular thing. You know what it is that you enjoy doing, so if this is something that you're interested in with your man, have more in-depth conversation so that you can know where he is mentally as far as anal, because some guys, ladies, unfortunately, we do have to accept the fact that some men are on the down low. Some men are bisexual and they won't tell you. Some men are gay and they won't tell you. Some men want to do anal on you because technically speaking, they may want you to do it back on them. And that is a reality that we all need to be adults. I would say never demonize a person for what they like. Always allow your partner space to be real and honest with you, because you don't want someone to lie. Because if they have to lie to you, they'll simply do it behind your back, and now both of you are at risk. Be grown, be an adult, get on that level, face it, and do what you feel like you need to do with that information. Okay, now, next thing, you need to be mindful of your diet when you're going to do anal. Now, this is going to get into that how to prep for anal. There is a thing called an anal douche, right? And this is something that my gay boys would usually come into the store and get, because, you know, they knew what was what, because this is usually a thing that they use. Now, some people don't want to put like soaps and things up in their anus, so some people may just use water, maybe a mild soap and water. But there is a such thing called an anal douche. Okay, so you all need to make sure that you douche before anal if you want to get rid of all smells, unless you just have one of the natural stench type people, and you go on ahead and you roll with that. But for those of you who do want to clean out everything, there is a thing called an anal douche. If the soaps that are there in the container, if your body is sensitive, you may, like I said, just need to use water and a mild soap. Okay. Also, you need to give your body time, okay, to expel everything. So you don't just go and use a douche and then go straight to sit on the guy. No, you need to give your body time to remove everything out of the anus. Okay, so you need to give yourself time to dry out. Okay, so not too much far ahead and not too close to right before it's action time. Okay, ladies, for the sake of your pH, go from the front first and then finish in the back if you're going to have any sort of anal play. Now, if you're playing with toys, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. But if your man is actually using his area, unless he's going to use a condom in the back and then take it off for the front, that's also a thing. But you do need to be mindful of your pH, because the anus is not going to cooperate with your vaginal area. Okay, so if some of you stink, that's probably why. Like, don't do that. That's some nasty shit. Don't do that. Okay, the next thing that I need to tell you all, like, I would recommend maybe like a bath bomb, but you need to be intentional with like a bath bomb, because some of those, go to Lush Cosmetics, girl, because some of those, they're always with natural products. Okay, now the next thing that I would recommend to my customers was to start off with anal beads, right? Don't listen to your man, girl. Don't listen to your man, because let me tell you something about a dude. A dude always gonna hype you up and tell you how to take that thing, and he ain't the one who's doing the receiving. So don't listen to him. Listen to your auntie, okay? There's a thing called anal beads. The anal beads are gradual. They go from small all the way up to like larger size beads, and some of them, they come in all different sizes. Or you can use a butt plug. A butt plug is almost in the shape of a triangle, right? So it's gonna like get wider as you go down to the base. Okay, now you also need to be mindful when you're using your toys. You would want to get anal ease. Okay, now your anal eases are gonna be oil-based or water-based. Water-bases do have a tendency to dry out, but depending on what you're using, what kind of toy you're using, the water-based can work well. Also, water-based products do not break down the materials on your toys. Some women, like me personally, when I sold toys, the main toy that women asked for was Cyberskin. Cyberskin does not work good with an oil-based lubricant, okay? You need a water-based, because what it does is it'll break down the material of your toy. And then before you know it, your toy will break down and little fragments of it will start falling apart. You don't want these in your vaginal area nor in your anus. They can cause infections, smells, issues like that. You don't want it. So like I said, be mindful of the toys that you would use. Now, one of my main sellers that I would sell women is hand blown glass. It is the most sanitary. Now, the more you pay for your hand blown glass, the better it is for you, because if there's an air pocket in the glass, it can shatter. Right? Also be mindful, ladies. One thing I need to tell you all, to give you all a heads up in case you didn't know, hand blown glass usually goes in the dishwasher. Hence why us Louisiana people just don't be eating from every damn body. All right? Because why you put your toy in the dishwasher where the dishes go, and then you won't be fixing people food. You know you down bad for that. You know you wrong for that. Okay? So I need you girls to do your homework on your toys, on your pairing. Some women actually like vibrating bullets in the anal region for an extra stimulant. Okay, but that is as far as y'all auntie can take y'all. Like I said, this isn't necessarily a thing that I'm into, so I'm not as well versed in anal because I've not put any of these things to work. Okay, so I can't really speak to exactly which one is going to be best. I just know that when my customers would come back and give me feedback, they would tell me what worked best for them. Like I said, make sure you use the right types of condoms on your toys if you're going to put a condom on there, because sometimes the sperm side can also kind of fight with the materials. So like I said, ladies, that is going to be my story for tonight. Y'all ladies know that I am here for you all. This is all about women's sexual health. Angie don't judge nobody, even if it's something that I don't do, honey. I know how to just say, no, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and pass. Okay? So if you all have any questions, make sure y'all hit me up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video, and let me know y'all like it here, okay? Girl, if y'all got some funny stories, girl, drop down in the comments and let me know I'm not the only one who met a booty bandit, okay? Because girl, that could have been Babe, girl. That could have been him, but he wanted to sniff it, and I it's okay. These things happen, okay? So, all right, girls, until next time, I'll see y'all. I love y'all. You welcome. Enjoy yourself. As I always tell y'all, if you gonna do it well. And always do it big, girl. Put something in your cup. Y'all have conversations with your man and find out exactly what you're looking at, okay? And don't lie to yourself, because at the end of the day, the real person is always going to show up later. So no amount of sex can make a person be something that they are not, okay? So, all right, ladies, till next time, I'll see y'all later. Don't forget to come back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.